Today's cover story is about one of the most important documents in the city that impacts every new building in St. Louis Park. It's updated every 10 years, but most people don't know much about it. You'll learn more about it in just a few minutes, plus the latest news and events in the park.
Welcome to this week's edition of Life in the Park. I'm Mary Schreier. In this week's cover story, the comprehensive planning process may be a mystery to most of us. However, it can affect nearly all of us. That's coming up, but first, here's the latest news and events in the park. The City of St. Louis Park has several employment opportunities available now, and we're excited to offer you the ability to explore complete job descriptions and apply online for interesting and rewarding opportunities. Simply go to slpmn.us/jobs. Well, are dreary winter days kind of getting you down? This is going to cheer you up. Join Health in the Park for an evening winter walk under the festive lights at Oak Hill Park on Saturday, February 6th from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. Everyone will meet at the Oak Hill Park Pavilion for a 3/4-mile walk under the lights. You'll complete the evening with conversation and a cup of cocoa, coffee, or tea while warming by the fire. The event is free and no registration is required. Well, congratulations to St. Louis Park's very own Jason Isold for receiving the Minnesota Recreation and Park Association's Jack Niles Award. This is awarded to one individual for involvement and leadership in the association. And congratulations to our Lisa Abernathy for receiving the Minnesota Recreation and Park Association's Presidential and Meritorious Award for her leadership on committees in the association. The West Metro Home Remodeling Fair is once again looking for entries in the Operation Rescue Room contest as part of the Home Remodeling Fair events on February 21st. Anyone who thinks they might have a room in their home in need of a serious rescuing is encouraged to submit their entry now. Contest details can be found on their colorful new website, homeremodelingfair.com. Click on Operation Rescue Room. Then, mark your calendar for the free West Metro Home Remodeling Fair on February 21st at the Hopkins Eisenhower Community Center in Hopkins. Hey, it's time for some outdoor family winter fun for all ages at the Bundled Up Winter Fun Day. The St. Louis Park Rotary Club, in partnership with the City of St. Louis Park, is sponsoring the 5th annual Family Outdoor Winter event at Oak Hill Park. That's 3201 Rhode Island Avenue South. The free event is on Saturday, January 30th from noon to 4 p.m. Would you like to file a homestead application, buy garbage stickers, pay a utility bill, or ask a question about the city? The St. Louis Park City Hall front desk is now staffed from 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. These are just a few of the services the front desk can provide. More will be added in the coming months. Please stop in and see how our customer service representatives can assist you with city services. If you need a building permit, stop into the second floor of City Hall where the permit technicians can help you from 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. All other services at City Hall are available 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday.
I think comprehensive plans are one of the most important documents that any city has.
In this week's cover story, the League of Women Voters St. Louis Park hosted a meeting of the Council of Metro Area Leagues on January 16th. The program was called City Planning Balancing Act, Serving Regional and Local Needs, and it's already running on Civic TV, Channel 17, and the city's YouTube channel. An excellent panel from around Minnesota discussed the comprehensive planning process, which is required by state law. The planners were from cities of various sizes: Hugo, Woodbury, Hopkins, and St. Paul.
I think comprehensive plans are one of the most important documents that any city has. I think conversely, it's one of those documents that very few residents know exist. My view of the Planning Act and what comprehensive plans are basically is boiled down to three things. Local comp plans, first of all, are building upon the regional vision. And that means that they have to conform with regional systems, they need to be consistent with regional policies, and then they need to be compatible with your adjacent and affected communities. And then all of that is sort of nestled in and amongst your local goals and objectives. And that's where you have this interplay between the cities and the Metropolitan Council in terms of where does local control end and regional planning begins. Comprehensive plans basically look out 20 years. So in my community, and everybody's, the comprehensive plan that we're sort of currently under is the 2030 comprehensive plan, because back right before 2010, we adopted a 20-year plan. Now we're just beginning the process to move that out a decade and plan up through 2040, which I know seems like really kind of a long ways out. But believe it or not, I've already had some conversations about, well, maybe that's not going to be in the 2040 plan, that'll be in the 2050 plan, or what's going to happen in the 2060 plan. So there's a difference, there's long-term planning and then there's really long-term planning. At the regional level, the Metropolitan Council is working on system statements and policies. This time around, they have their first housing policy plan update since the 80s. So that's a big new thing that we're all reacting to and looking at in this comp plan cycle. Then we get to years 5 through 8 of the decade, what I like to call comp plan season. So it's 3 years where now the cities really delve into the update. So we're paying attention to the policy plans, we're paying attention to the regional dialogue and what happens with the census. But when you get into that year 5 through 8 of the decade, which we're in right now, that's when we really dig in and have the community engagement and form task forces and hire consultants and come up with new maps and do all this fun stuff. And then years 9 and forward, you're implementing your comp plan, and that is what's providing that guiding document to your city. And that's why, frankly, it's one of the most important documents that a city has, because there's no land use, there's no building that can happen without reviewing to make sure that it's compliant with the comprehensive plan. And if it's not, you either have to reject it or you have to go through a process to amend your comprehensive plan.
City staff is planning the comprehensive plan process for St. Louis Park, and community involvement will definitely play a role. We'll be sure to let you know about that on Life in the Park and the city's website. Thanks to Park TV's Reg Dunlap for this week's cover story. Remember, you can keep up to date in the park by visiting our Facebook page at facebook.com/St. Louis Park, or you can check us out on Twitter at twitter.com/St. Louis Park. That's it for this week's edition of Life in the Park. Thanks for watching. Join us next week for another edition of Life in the Park right here on Park TV.